In heaven, in heaven you are the Lord. Honored, honored, you are the King. Even in the grave. Christian, I don't want disturbance. In the grave, you are the great warrior, Jesus.
I will show your face, not hair.
Jesus, you are so great. Jesus, Jesus, you are so great. Great is your faithfulness. Morning by morning, you will never fail. Great is the faithfulness of the Lord, friends. Him that preserves us to this moment, He's so great. Him that is so merciful to us. Sorry, I miss you. In my TikTok, you can please send me the acceptance again. I will.
See?
You are worthy to be praised. Friends, our life is only in the hands of our Creator.
God.
Our life is hid in Him, that is able to preserve us, that is able to keep us, that is able to strengthen us. No matter whatever we go through. I have something to share with us this morning. I'm going to encourage us with something that most of us will not like, especially the women. All my women friends might just like, what is wrong with her? But dear friend, remember, I always tell us that whatever I do it in love. Whatever I say it in love. I'm not saying it because I want to show you that I'm better off. No. I just want to encourage us. Please, don't take any side or feel bad when I say what I want to say this morning. But that is what is laid in my heart to share with us. I've had plans of doing something else this morning, but this thing just came up. And it just in my heart to talk with us on this matter. I just want to wait a little minute before I'll go on. Please. Just think of it when we begin to talk. And please, I accept your comment. I accept your discussion in this matter. The few minutes will be here. I'll just be watching, quite unlike me. I'll just be watching while we are talking to see if anybody wants to come on live with me so I can get you to come on live. But please, like I said, I plead with you, never see it personal. Whenever I say something, don't see it personal, but see there is something, that there is a purpose for that. I want to share my own life with you in this matter. What happened to me in this matter, please? I want us to talk about modesty. And the first question I want to ask, have you been in any gathering or outside? You see husband and wife walking on the road even when the weather is hot, right? Let me use, for example, an African setting where I came from. Like many of us that has been following me knows already that I'm a Nigerian, Africa, right? But then I'm Nigerian. Sweetie, if you want to talk, can you go and meet Daddy, please?
Daddy's not around here.
Then go and meet Sister if you want to talk. Do you understand? You can be calm, but if you want to make noise, can you just go and meet Sister or Daddy? Sorry about it. It's my children here. I started late, so they woke up. So I want to talk about modesty. I want us to share the view. What do you feel about modesty? What is modesty? How do you feel as a man or a woman in relations to modesty? Because it's becoming something else in our society now. It's becoming something that we find it difficult in our society. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. How are you? Yeah, doing so well. Where are you connecting from? Oh my God, I can't hear your language. Can you speak English? Oh, sorry about that. Okay, sorry. Thank you for connecting. Okay, but I don't understand the language. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. So we're talking about modesty. We're talking about dressing. We're talking about our outfit, what we put on. What do people see us with? How do we dress ourselves? And that's what we want to talk about this morning. Because it's just a burden in my heart for us to talk about this. It's just a burden in my heart for us to share this. When we are talking about the modesty, how do you feel? If you are a man, how do you feel when a woman dress up with so many things going on? Friends, you know one thing that is so certain. Women are moved by what we had, what we are being told, what we hear. But men, as long as I'm concerned, are moved because of what their eyes say. And based on that, there are so many things that we bring down. There are so many people that we cause harm to every single day. And I want to encourage you today. If you are a woman like me, if you get up in the morning and you want to dress to anywhere you are going to, what is in your mind? I understand sometimes, like where I am, I based in UK. And I know that sometimes, especially the summertime, because that we've been longing for that, for that sun, that little sun that we will see. I understand that people want to expose themselves in order to get the sun, to get tanned or whatever we look at it. I understand all of that. But beloved, there is still a way we can do it. And we will not cause another man to be tempted. Friends, I want to make us understand that there's so many things that is going on in this system. It's now so difficult for us to dress modesty. It's now so difficult. Because of what? We want to belong to the society. Because we want to be like them. Even in Christendom, that is where it hurts so much. Even in the church, we're supposed to be the temple of God. We get to church, we dress anyhow. Anytime that you are dressing, I want to tell us something. Your dressing is not really that way that you dress, in a way that you make everyone to feel it. It's not really what makes you. I want to plead with us today. When I started from when I started the online business, I have this challenge. So many people was like, you can't do anything now. You know why? Because at the end, that your dressing is not what people need. People will not connect with you because of the way you look. When I changed my hair, it was a problem. People will not connect with you. When I stopped using makeup, it was like people will not connect with you. Don't want. Everything we want to do in life is the way the world wants. But ask yourself question. That way that the world wants, is it the way your creator wants it to be? Are you causing damage to some people as a result of that? Are you causing issues in the life of people, especially if you are going to church, especially if you are a child of God, especially if you are a Christian, especially you are a minister of the gospel? See, why I'm saying this is because I was like you. Like I said, I want to use my life as an example. When I started before I don't, when I gave my life to Christ, I don't. I come in a form that I have to dress up everywhere with a long dress or a long skirt. Before I got married, I don't do my hair. I've stopped. I wear natural. Everything about me is natural, right? But it came to a point by the time I came to this country, everywhere you go, it's like you are not being accepted. Even when you are in the church, you will get to church, some people will just like, no, this way you put it is not the way. Your hair, at least let it open. Thank God that I was not, for once, in that one. Do it. Give yourself time for the air, for air to come into your. It's not just that 1 hour or 2 hours. I will cover my head to be in the church that air will not enter my head. But we are so much deceived in so many things. Before I know it, I found myself. I started wearing trousers. I started with makeup that I stopped far back as. I started it. You get to yourself to belong. And I was made to understand you can't stay in England without you wearing trousers because of cold. You can't do that. And before you know it, the weather changed. I came in the period that the weather changed. Coming to the country for the first time in September, before you know it, getting to October. And I traveled, I came back again in December. And because it was in that thick winter, you go out, everybody would just like, no, it's not. That's not what you need to do. You must wear trousers. But friends, let me tell you, I wore trousers for over how many years? And every single day, I found out that I wear how many leggings and tights under the trouser, and I will still feel so cold. Till one day, in October 2017, the Lord in his mercy revisited me again. And when he did that, that was when I got my deliverance. And I tell you something, throughout the years that I was doing it, I lack peace. I want to ask you, what is it that you are doing because of people that you know that your peace is taken away from you and you are still doing it? You know you are doing this and you know that you are not happy. You know that your spirit man is against that, but you are still doing it for the sake that you want to maintain, for the sake that you want to be like other people. I saw a video yesterday. A pastor, an English pastor, was talking in the church, and he was challenging the church, and he was telling the church, Why will you be in the church that at the end the men cannot even look left or right? If they go through the same temptation outside the church and in the church again, they're going through that same temptation. And that is what really made me that I said, you know what? Let's shift and talk about this. Because if a pastor, an English pastor, can talk about that, you know there is a problem. You know that there is a need for a shift. You know that there is something we need to do. If not for one thing, can we do it to help men from falling? Can we do it? You just cover that privilege, just cover it up. It's just for you at least. Dress in a way that people will not look at you and they will, it will cause a lot of damage to them. That's what I'm asking for. Like I said, I've been there. It's not only you. I've been there. There's so many things. In my place of work, I came to a point in my place of work. I remember having a manager that if I get to work, I wear skirts. And the manager will mock me to death. And the manager is a woman. She will mock me. In fact, before the other colleagues, she will just there, favor. So you are now wearing the skirts. As if that the skirts you are wearing, you are making us to feel that we are all sinners. I said no, including me, that I'm a sinner as well. Not just you.
Hello?
Hello?
Would you like a coffee?
No, thanks.
Oh, see you later.
It's just for us to know that we are. And that woman, I remember, almost every day, she will come before everybody and say something. One day she says something. She said, you know one thing, Favor? No matter whatever, many of us will go to hell. And when we get there, because that will be many that will go to hell, that will quench the fire. That's the deceit from the pit of the hell, friends. Your soul matters so much. Don't forget, like I always say, my aim on social media now is first because of our soul. It's first because of our soul. And then because of your health. Our health matters. We need to live healthier. And I always say that health is your responsibility. For you to live healthier is your responsibility, it's your duty. It's you that will live healthier. Nobody can do it for you. If you don't do something to keep yourself strong, nobody will do it for you. And friends, I tell you something else. Don't allow your soul to perish because of men. When I say men, I'm talking about because of following the pattern, the system of the world. And I remember that my manager, she harassed me, but that did not stop me. She let her out and told me, for that reason, you have to go and get a dress for the uniform. I paid for the dress myself, right? Because I asked her and she said that she cannot. Please, let your feelings not break apart. It doesn't want it. It doesn't want it. I know one thing. I know that many of us feel hurt. Many of us feel wounded. I've been there. I felt hurt in relationship. I felt wounded in relationship. But that does not mean that you will not keep going. Can I speak to people that maybe you are having a broken relationship, or you're already in a broken relationship, or you're already separated or divorced from your marriage? or from any relationship, I want to tell you, that's not the end of the world. You can still stand. Your life is alone. Can I share something with us? One thing I know for sure is that you will not answer for what somebody else did, but you will give account, God, for what you do. One day we will close our eyes in death. One day we will not remain. This life is a journey. There is a life after this life. When people die, some people will just think that once somebody died, you have died. That's not true. When people die, you start another life. There is life in eternity. And that's why I'm here. There is life in eternity, eternal life. One day we'll pass out of this life. And where are you going to? When death calls you, when you are no more, where will you find your soul? That's why your soul is very important. My Bible tells me, what shall it profit a man that he gained the whole world and lose his soul? What shall it profit you if you gain the whole world and you lose your soul? Like I said, I've been there. It has come to a point that we don't see anything again. When we dress without, as a woman, without showing everything out, we feel that we've not arrived. I was so much deceived, even as a minister. I was deceived, even as a pastor. I'm talking about when, as a pastor, even when I did the dedication of my twins in 2015 November. You wore that cloth that everybody just admires. And at the end, it's showing some sensitive parts of you. Do we know how many people we destroy? Do we know how many people we put into temptation, even in the church? Do we know how many people? And if you're a pastor here, I plead with you, can we preach the truth in the altar? Because I was there as a pastor. I got deceived. I believed the lies. I lived like them. If not that by the mercies of the Lord, that's 2017. The word came so clear. Like where a man is talking to a fellow man. And the word I had that day was, tell your daughter to change her wardrobe. And my daughter is me that buys her clothes. At the age of 18, I'm the one that buys everything. But tell your daughter to change her wardrobe. It took us 2 weeks to be changing wardrobe. It took us 2 weeks to empty everything. And that voice kept on coming. 2 weeks, we lost peace. 2 weeks, we do away with everything. 2 weeks, every single day, me and my daughter, with tears, we are throwing away things with tears. Going to shops, you couldn't even see something to buy. Even Marks and Spencer that I know, that here I've been hearing, that is the old generation shops or something like that. But getting there, we couldn't even see anything. If you see something, if the neck is not to the down to be exposing you, then the legs will be up, even when it's long, to be exposing you, exposing the down part or the upper part. Till I have to tell myself, I started going through different charity shop to go and look for something. Do you know where I went to? In different charity shops that I know that Muslims live around there. That is where we started 2017. Till around 2018, it was done on me. But you're a fashion designer. I have to quickly get myself to look for where to start buying materials to sew. Let me tell you, up till now, I still remember last weekend I was making some clothes where we were going to, because we had a convention. A close friend called me, was talking with me. He said, what is the meaning of that? Why will you sew that again? Because you want to sew to cover this and cover the other one. See, there's so many things that we feel that matters not, but friends, it matters. St. Paul says that if my meat will cause my brother to stumble, then I will stay without eating meat. If my meat, and I want you to understand that as a friend, I'm talking to Christians. I want you to understand that if your meat, that's what St. Paul says, will cause your brother to stumble, that he will stop eating meat. He's a man like us. Every soul we led to hell, God will judge us. We'll give account. And I'm speaking to us today in that love, that please, why will you be going out with your husband? Will you be going out with your partner, with your boyfriend, and your boyfriend will wear clothes that covers them? Maybe your boyfriend is the one that likes suit. Your boyfriend will wear suit and even put tie. He wear everything that cover him up. And you wear the one that will expose more than half of your body. Let's think about it, women. Let's think about that we are the target. Let's think about so many things that whatever we want to do today, we have to sit down and ask ourselves, before I step out of my door, of what purpose? And you know where it's worse? When you will see a grandmother, when you see somebody you know that is really old, even 70 something, dressing in exposure. The question now is, who does she want to attract? Think about that. When a woman at the age of 60 something is still dressing that way with the wrinkles and everything, who do we want to attract? Friends, I want to tell us, it's just because of society. Because we want to do what is acceptable. Because we want to do that thing that everyone will accept us. Beloved, if only you can see the depth of my heart. Like I said, most of my friends, especially the women, would not enjoy this, but I plead with you. Because at the end, we have children. Our children learn from us, from what we do, far more than what we say. And that's why you see, it's not a cycle from generation to generation. It's a cycle. But the moment we say no, the moment we know that life is not all about that. Women, ask yourself, why is it that we are in the center of every mess? Why are we in the center? I want to plead with you as a woman. Why is it that we are in the center? Please, let's make haste while sun shine. Hell is a terrible place to go. Hell. Our dressing is not the only thing that can take us to hell. But I want to tell us, let's start from somewhere. Let's start from somewhere. Let's ask God for the grace. You still look so beautiful when you wear that flowing dress. At least wear a dress that will get beyond your knees. Wear a dress that if you sit down, you are not like, why is it that at times when we wear it, we are walking, we are pulling it down? Why are we pulling it down? If it covers enough, why then are we pulling it down? Let's ask ourselves that question. Please, Of what purpose do we do what we do? Who do we want to entice? Who do we want to? When we talk about the issues of relationships, let me be honest to us. Any man that is really a man that decides to be a man, even if you do that to get them as a boyfriend, ask yourself the question, when they want to get married, would they look for you or would they look for somebody else? Please, I love you all. I love you from my heart. I was there. I made the same mistake. I always say something whenever I talk to you. I'm not talking to you because I want to condemn you. I'm talking to you because I've been there. I'm talking to you because at the end of the whole thing, I found mercy from the Lord. I'm talking to you because His love has found me. So when I speak, I'm not speaking to you in condemnation, please. I'm speaking to you out of love. Go to any party. I just came out from one over the weekend. Go to any party. At the end, you see men and women that come to that party. You will see man that is fully dressed up. Even in Africa, you will see them go to wedding. You will see a man dress up, but the woman will know. Even on the day of our wedding, is the day that we expose ourselves the more than ever. There is so many pictures I had before that I'm so ashamed. But I can speak to you today because I can't withdraw them. But I speak to you today in my mistakes. In my mistake that you will not make the same mistakes I made. Jesus loves you. God so loves you. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him will not perish, but will have everlasting life. God bless you. God bless you so much. I love you. And I just want, if you feel offended, don't feel offended. I was like you. I was like you. I was there. It makes no sense. It makes no meaning. I was there. We cause so many to stumble. Please. The soul of any man is important to God. The soul of every woman is important to God. The soul of our children are important to God. That person you see that sleeps on the road is not different from you. Our soul matters so much. It cost God everything. It cost Him the life of His child on the cross of Calvary to save us. Please. I love you. I love you. I pray that God will give you that understanding. I pray that you understand the purpose of this video. God bless you.